What's up, family? Man, we got to grow up. We have to grow up, man. I'm seeming like I'm going on a rant. You know what I mean? It's gonna seem like I'm going off today. You know what I mean? I'm in a great mood, man. Just got some great sleep, nice shower, man. It's a beautiful day. You know what I mean? It's beautiful. I feel rested and just rejuvenated. We have to grow up. We have to grow up, man. The trip I was out at the beach yesterday, and saw a couple things happen, and it was just like just mind-boggling. Just the entitlement, and mind-boggling. It just the hypocrisy and just the lack of just intelligence. You know what I mean? We have to grow up. We gotta grow up. It's like I was looking around yesterday, and it's like, what the fuck is going on? You know what I mean? It's like, damn, are we really this fucking ignorant as a society? You know what I mean? Have we really fallen this far off? Stay with me. We're going somewhere, man. So first thing occurred to me was I saw this boat, you know, on the sand, and like it's in the water, right? And so the sergeant guy walked over to him and talked to the people, and apparently the boat was stuck overnight. You know, something happened to the engine flooded, and this elderly lady was mad because the boat was there, you know, and she's asking, well, isn't this illegal? How come this has been allowed to happen? And all this other stuff is like, ma'am, nobody did this on purpose. Nobody did this on purpose. The engine flooded, it cracked, it got flooded with water. They didn't do this on purpose. You see the tow truck trying to pull them out. The tow truck was there for about 3 hours trying to pull the boat out. And this lady's mad because the boat's in the water, on the sand. The lady's in the water, nowhere close to the boat. She's not even supposed to be in the water because there's no lifeguards there. And so there's signs posted everywhere. You can't be in the water. You can't be swimming. You can't be doing any of that stuff when there's no lifeguards, right? It's posted everywhere. But she's worried about these other people's boat being stranded. She know that they're coming out the pocket because they got this tow truck here, and the tow truck is hooked up to the boat and is trying to pull the boat out the water. And she's mad because nobody's doing anything about it. Nobody's writing these people a ticket, but she's in the water. And so it was brought to her attention. It's like, oh, ma'am, you're doing something wrong. This boat, man, this just happened. You know what I mean? You can't get mad because the boat broke down and is stranded. You know what I mean? And you see that they're doing their best to get it out of the water. You see that they're doing their best to get it out of here. You're out of pocket. You're not where you're supposed to be at. You're not doing what you're supposed to do, but you're mad at these other people. You want these other people to get in trouble while you're sitting here not obeying the rules. But you're talking about what they're doing is illegal. Stay with me, I'm going somewhere. She didn't want to talk about that. She didn't want to address the fact that she was in the water and she wasn't supposed to be in the water. She talked about how long she lived there, 60 something years, and that's not supposed to happen, and blah, 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 blah. And then it was brought to her attention, well, if you've been here for that long, then you know the rules. The rules are posted at every entrance. You can't be here. You can't be in the water like this when there aren't any lifeguards here. And yet you're in the water like this. She wanted the stop conversation to stop. She didn't want to talk no more. Later on, I'm watching these people. It's after 6 o'clock. Lifeguards are gone. Lifeguards already told everybody to get out the water. Family about six keeps going back and forth. They're told 4 or 5 times, stay out the water. Parents, grandparents are told, please keep your kids out the water. You guys cannot be in the water after 6 o'clock. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And yet they keep going back in the water. And so when they're told to pack their stuff up and get off the beach, the little girl starts crying. And the mom starts blaming the people, telling her to get off the beach. You're making my daughter mad, and da 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 da. My daughter don't like this, and da 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 da. And like, wait, time out, time out, time out. If you had been a parent, a legit parent, a good parent, you would have told your kids, hey, these are the rules. We might not like them, but these are the rules. You can't go back in the water after 6 o'clock when the lifeguards are gone. But when you sit there and you practice hypocrisy and you get mad at your kids for not obeying you, but then then you turn around and don't want to obey the authority and do what you want to do. And so we teach our kids it's okay to break the rules. We teach our kids, man, F authority. And if you saw some of my old videos, man, I struggle with authority issues. And that's what we're really going to talk about today is the authority issues. Why do we have authority issues? And so I'm looking at this lady and she's mad because her daughter's crying. And it's like, your daughter wouldn't be crying if you told them to stay out the water in the first place. Had you just obeyed the rules, then you would be okay. Your daughter wouldn't be crying. She might be sad that she can't go back in the water, but she wouldn't be crying like this. It's easy to flip the script and try to blame other people than it is for us to own up and say, dang, you know what? I suck as a parent. I suck as an adult. Because the rules, whether I like them or not, if I don't like them, then let me get together with a bunch of other people and do what I need to do to get the rules changed. Let me understand why the rules are here in the first place. And see, a lot of us, the great majority of us, we have authority issues. We don't like people telling us what we can and can't do. It doesn't make sense to us because we feel entitled to do what the fuck we want to do. And then when shit don't work out the way that we wanted it to, now we want authority to come bail us out. Now we want authority to come to our rescue because somebody else feel entitled to do what the fuck they want to do. And that's cross the line and get in our way and stop us from doing what we want to do. And so we have these rules in place. And we may not like all the rules. I get that. You know what I mean? It is what it is. We don't have to like all the rules. We don't have to accept all the rules. And when I say accept them, we don't have to sit there and be like, oh man, this is my favorite. Da, da, da. Man, it is what it is. Man, I've been doing a series on energy, the 12 laws of the universe. Ignorance of the law is no excuse. There are 12 universal laws, and many of us violate them on a daily. And then we get mad and pissed that life ain't going the way we want it to go. Same thing happens in the natural. Same thing happens here in the physical realm. There are certain laws in place. We don't like them and we break them. And then we get pissed when people try to hold us accountable. Now we want to flip shit up because we in our feelings. Now we want to be cop haters. Now we want to hate authority. Let me give you guys a secret. There are 12 universal laws. And God don't give a fuck what you think about those laws. God don't give a fuck whether you like them or you don't like them. Ignorance of the law is no excuse. You're still going to be held accountable. You break the universal laws, you're still going to pay the consequences for that. And many of us are facing the consequences for breaking those 12 laws in our life on a daily. We just don't know that we're being held accountable for breaking the laws. The universe has set our ass in timeout. The universe has put our ass on pause. Sit your monkey ass in the fucking corner for a little while. Take your ass to jail. Don't go past go. Don't collect $200. Sit your ass right here and reflect on some shit. Oh, we're going in today. We're going in. I'm just getting started. And we had better grow the fuck up. We had better understood, learn, and understand that, man, there are consequences for our actions. There are consequences for our actions. You might not like it, but what laws did you break? What did you violate? And so we want to sit back as holy and self-righteous. Oh, I didn't do nothing wrong, and I'm a man of God, and and I'm a woman of God, and I'm a chosen one, I'm a light worker, I'm a healer, I'm a rainbow warrior, and we got all these titles we give ourselves, not even understanding that we're still breaking universal laws, and we're gonna have to face that. We're gonna have to deal with that. The real question, something God had to ask me, Elijah, why do you have authority issues? Elijah, why are you so resistant to authority? And don't tell me no stupid, ignorant ass shit about look at all the cops that abuse these people and cops that killed these people. Don't tell me no superficial, made up bullshit like that. I need you to sit your ass down and really reflect on why you have authority issues. And it ain't got shit to do with what these fucking cops or some of these cops are doing. Why don't you like authority? Why don't you like to be told what you can and can't do? So I had to sit there and reflect on that. I had to dive deep on that. And I had to understand, damn, my authority issues, my rebellious nature goes back to me being a fucking kid. My rebellious nature goes all the way back to me hating my daddy because my daddy didn't accept me. My authority issues go back to my father being this totalitarian figure, this authoritative figure. Wasn't shit he said what he said in the conversation. You do what he did or you face the consequences for it, and you still had to do what he told you to do. And so when I sat back and I started looking at this and dwelling on it, like, damn, I've hated teachers. I didn't like teachers. I didn't like people in authority. And I didn't like them because I saw them as my daddy. The truth is, all these people in authority positions triggered me. I didn't know that I was being triggered. I didn't know that they were stirring up some emotions, some deep rooted emotions. I just thought they were doing too much. You weren't gonna pump me. So we come up with all these things. I'm not letting these motherfuckers tell me what to do. And the truth is you got triggered. The truth is you got authority issues because somebody in your past in authoritative position didn't do what you thought they should do. They didn't respond the way you thought they should. They didn't protect you the way you thought they should. You thought they were too mean to you. And a lot of us, if the truth be told, we look at God as this authoritative figure. And we can't fuck with God. We don't like God. We don't want shit to do with God because God didn't answer our fucking prayers. Because God held us accountable for some shit we thought we could get away with. And so now we're mad at God. God didn't come through like we thought he should have. God allowed this person to die. God didn't stop this person from molesting me or raping me or whatever the case may be. And I prayed that my daddy come back and he never came. So I'm mad at God. Whatever your issue is with God, you had better deal with that shit and understand why you have authority issues. Because God is not going to bow down to your ass. God is not going to come to you and tell me, well, I know you're mad at me and I don't want you mad at me. So whatever you want, I'm going to go ahead and do it. God don't give two fucks about your shit like that. God is not insecure. God wants you to grow the fuck up and deal with your shit. God's not going to bow down to you just so you'll like him. God's not going to bow down to you and kiss your fucking ass so that you'll worship him. That's not God. That's not how God gets down. You better learn how to humble yourself. You better learn how to deal with your shit and understand why you are the way you are. We have all this authority issues. And then we get mad at our kids for being rebellious. We get mad at our kids for not obeying us and doing what we told them to do. As if we're not teaching them how to be that way. We're their role models. And look at how we treat authority. Look at how we view authority. That's how we teach our kids to see us. That's how we teach our kids to see authority. Now, we got to grow up. We have to grow up. I hope and pray that I said something to, man, get your wheels spinning. Man, what is it about authority that pisses you off? What is it about your life that these people that are in positions of authority, how are they triggering you? How is God using them to try to get your attention? Because that's what's happening. God, source, the most high universe, is using these people in positions of authority, whether it's your husband, whatever, your mama, your daddy. He's trying to use these people to get your attention so that you could deal with your trauma and your issues. Stop shifting the blame. Stop being distracted. And learn to see the real for what it is. Game recognize game. Real recognize real. Can you recognize why you have authority issues? Man, I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Happy healing. Peace.